Unfortunately, Ranger Nation, something very tragic and very sad has happened this past weekend. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, how are ya? And I think I'm just gonna get straight to the point about this whole thing. And this is my, I guess, tribute, if you will. But this is just me. I honestly actually don't even know where to start with this and my thoughts on this. Like, I have thoughts, but I don't know how to basically get them out because this is still like very unfortunate. It's still very sad, but at least I'm at the point in the I guess the grieving process of let's celebrate in the way that let's celebrate the legacy of this man, this legend, this actor. And not only that, but he was also a father and a husband and a hero. And let's celebrate and remember everything that was great about this dude. But it still hurts for many, many reasons. So, and I'm gonna try and not make this so choppy and edited together. I want to make this very like genuine as possible. Although all my videos, edited or not, are always come out genuine. But this past weekend, like sometime, I want to say it was supposedly Saturday, but it was sometime into Sunday, Saturday into Sunday, that the news dropped about we had lost the one and only Tommy Oliver. Jason David Frank had passed away at the age of 49 years old, and unfortunately it was something far, far more worse than we could have ever expected. And to be straight, blunt, and to the truth and everything that everyone's been saying, and it's been confirmed that it was suicidal. So while he was fighting off forces like Lord Zed, Rita Repulsa, the Machine Empire, and anything else that ever came to cross paths against the Morphin Grid, he had his own battle he was dealing with this whole time, and we never would have thought. So this is just still a lot to take in, and this took me by surprise for a lot of reasons because he was still young. He still had many years ahead of him, and it was just so unexpected for all of us fans, not even just me, well, me included, but for all of us fans out there, whether you're a fan of Tommy Oliver, whether you're a fan of Power Rangers in general, this just really hit like a storm. And I just want to share my thoughts a little bit about this thing because this guy, in a way, I never really talk about I never really get to have the opportunity to talk about these actors or these characters that often, but Jason David Frank was someone that was, I guess in a way, the only way I can really put it, there's no specific words to describe it, but the only way I can really say it is that he was one of the many actors, or what he played one of the many characters that I may not have grown up in the 90s. I was not around for the 90s. I basically was born in the early 2000s, smack when the early 2000s started. I mean, I'm 21 years old. Put that together. And of when I was born. It really doesn't matter if I say it or not, but I'm just saying, put two and two. But I never was born in the 90s or necessarily grew up in the 90s, but watching reruns of Mighty Morphin or watching any reruns of something that was old or something that was before me, something that was, I guess, a past event or a past thing or something in history, fiction history, anything, cartoons, movies, video games, anything that I may have encountered when I was younger made me think, oh, I grew up with this, even though this was way, way, way before my time. It still had an impact on me. Like reruns of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and actually being around and watching and growing up with Dino Thunder back in 2004, and any of the many various appearances that Jason David Frank appeared in terms of any Power Ranger related event. And say what you will, but even something like in the Mega War, like that is the worst thing that has ever come out of Power Ranger history. But I think he was definitely one of the highlights of that event, was just seeing Jason David Frank almost not front and center, but just good to see him back in the green suit and have him like all like suited up and everything, and just being Tommy Oliver and being the hope that we need like during that event, during the Mega War. And just other appearances like in Dimensions in Danger, or hell, even in things like in Legacy Wars, or he even did that short film live action trailer thing where he was Lord Draken and stuff like when it comes out, the Legend of the White Dragon, and so many other projects that he was involved in. And hell, there was other stuff that he did too as an actor and just as a person. He was also an MMA fighter, like I forget the guy's name. I think it's Blake Foster, the kid who was, give me a second, the kid who was the Blue Ranger in Turbo. I think it was Blake. I think his name was Blake. I like it's been a while. It's been a hot minute, but I'm pretty sure it's Blake Foster, or his name, something like that. Something with Blake in the name. So just like him, he was an MMA fighter. JDF was an MMA fighter as well. He also did a lot of projects for Bat in the Sun with, well, one of the things is that he did Legend of the White Dragon, but he also did some Legacy Power Ranger related stuff. He also was Bloodshot in the Valiant Bat in the Sun stuff. And go check out Bat in the Sun, and not only just go check out their channel, go check out their Instagram and stuff like that, or find them on Twitter or whatever social media you got. Reach out to them, reach out to someone, just reach out to people in general right now, and just do that, because not only because we all need to reach out during this time period, but because of something like what Jason David Frank was going through, we all need to reach out to one another. And I am not gonna quote myself and say that, oh, I was the first to say this, but I am definitely gonna be one of the many people to say that, hey, if you guys need to reach out to me about something, you guys, I know some of you have my Discord, you guys have my Instagram, some of you have my Facebook, but like if you need a way to contact me, feel free to contact me, or like leave a comment saying, hey, like, can I talk to you? Like maybe get you your number or something, you know, I'll send it to you privately, or try and make it private, and then there you go. So that way, like if it's my number, I'm gonna send it and then delete the comment, and that way it's like not in the public, so anyone can really take my number, or like my Instagram or Facebook or whatever, really. So like honest to God, if any of you need to talk, like I'm here. So it's really important that we all just try and reach out to one another. And so there's a lot of things I could say about Jason Frank and about Tommy Oliver. I mean, like besides the fact that like in a way, like I grew up watching Tommy Oliver and Power Rangers, and he was one of the many reasons why I love Power Rangers, and like he is my favorite Ranger of all time. Like I know there's biasry and all this other stuff, but genuinely, like has always been my favorite. I mean, come on, like this. I mean, this, like look at my thumbnail. Look at my thumbnail, guys. Like all that stuff is because of him. And I'm not mad, I'm just, it still hurts. it still hurts because he was my favorite, and he like many things. He's the reason why I have this here. He's kind of the reason why I kind of wanted to do a Green Omega Ranger. I heard about the Omega Rangers, didn't read the comics yet, but I want to one of these days. Heard about the Omega Rangers, was curious if there was ever a green one in existence, and I said, hey, you know what? There should be a green one. It may not be like Tommy Oliver, but hey, maybe it could be Matt Cook, or a character I can create that's a Green Omega Ranger that knew Tommy Oliver and they were close buds, you know? And so, like, that's where this came from. I never really fully gave the story because it never fully was finished, but he was the reason. He's the reason why green's one of my favorite colors. He's the reason why I love the Dragon Zord, and so many things about I love his character, and just so many great moments from when he became the White Ranger, when he returned in Dino Thunder, Fighting Spirit, just so many great moments for me. Just he has left such a great legacy. And I'm also gonna share, while I'm at it, I'm gonna share a story with you guys about Jason David Frank. And I apologize if this is kind of me rambling, but I just need to at least use this platform just to tell you guys how I feel right now. Because when I heard this news, I needed a moment to basically collect my thoughts, collect things together, and at least say how I feel after a little while. Because this month is kind of like, it's been good, but I mean, in terms of people that we've been losing, it's been the worst. I mean, earlier we lost Kevin Conroy, and now we lose JDF. So, yeah, a lot of you 90s like kids are hurting, and not even that, like everybody's hurting. Like I feel bad for like I feel so much sympathy for all the people that knew Jason David Frank, his family, all his co-stars, the OG team, like at least had some respect and some love for him. Even Austin St. John, although weren't the closest friends with Jason David Frank, he at least acknowledged that he respected the man. So, like, there was some passion or something between the two that was at least a good fine line between the two of them of respect or compassion or something. And so without rambling on too much and all this other stuff, one thing I do want to share that I wish I had shared sooner, and I wish I had done personally myself, and that is, I know many of you people got to meet JDF, and I always wanted to meet him in person, and I almost came close to it, and I first regretted the fact that I didn't get a chance to meet him, but part of me kind of needs to like realize that I can't regret that I made my decision wrong. So to basically add context to the whole thing is that, so this past August was Tampa Comic Convention. Bella and I and her dad went to the convention because I wanted to take Bella on a Comic-Con, see if she wanted to be interested in doing events like that. She was down for it. I was so excited about it. Her dad was kind of like, hey, like, he wanted to bond with me and bond with us, so he wanted to tag along and all this other stuff. And what was really awesome was that Jason David Frank was going to be there. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this is going to be so cool. Like, so many people that are going to be there, and many others that I didn't expect, and some that I kind of was surprised weren't there. Because some said that, oh, they were going to be there, and next thing you know, they weren't. I'm kind of like, oh, okay. I mean, what is, but hey, things happen. So JDF was one of the main ones that stayed for all 3 days. I was there for Saturday, I'm pretty sure. If not, I was there for Friday. But I'm definitely certain I was there for Saturday. And I remember we were leaving, we were about to leave, and also add another point real quick, also another note that I was tempted to vlog, but I think it was just probably too hot to vlog in there, because I mean, it was cool, it was great and everything. I showed off some of the goodies I've got there, but I didn't get that many pictures or much footage there because it was just so hot a little bit, with everyone kind of like it wasn't like super crammed, but it was at first very crammed, and then we kept moving and things kind of got a little better, but still. But anyways, as we were leaving, we saw two panels, or at least two lines or spots for JDF Frank, and then what was really cool was next to him was Charles Martinet. So I'm just painting the picture here. I know Charles Martinet has nothing to do with this, but I'm just painting the picture that it was just those two, like, at that time, and we were leaving, and I'm like, there I was standing there. I saw the line, I saw the crowd of people by JDF Frank's panel, and I was so tempted. I was like, I wanted to go up there and just tell him how much of an impact he left, like, as a Power Ranger fan, and how much he's done in terms of throughout the years, that has been my favorite, and why Tommy's my favorite, and why I think he's such a cool guy. And plus, just to hear so many stories about, oh, meeting celebrities, and don't put him up so high, like on a high pedestal, and all that sort of stuff. But at the same time, I wanted to know the man that made this Ranger possible, and maybe see that he's perhaps the sweetest dude out there. And I've heard many stories that people are like, oh, maybe he wasn't the best and all these other things, but yet I'm glad that there's actual stories out there that he was the sweetest, and he was the most humble, and he was the most, like, fun to talk to. So I was super eager to want to meet him. So I was tempted to go in line. Like, it was a little bit of a line. It wasn't like a hell of a line, but there was a line. And I was tempted to just go online and just go on. My only thing was that it didn't say or specify if I could just pay for the autographs, or pay for the pictures, or just pay up front right there, or if I had to pre-order a spot in advance. It didn't say anything specific. It didn't say if it took cash or credit. I was kind of a little bummed. I was like, darn, I can't tell. And the same thing for Charles Martinet. And even though Charles Martinet, literally no one was there for him, which by the time we got there, which was kind of upsetting. It was kind of like, it was like, oh, like, I felt bad. Like, there's Charles Martinet just sitting there, and then me and Belle are like, there he is right there. Like, it's so cool. And we're just like, we were tempted to, and I think by the time we were gonna, like, meet these people, her dad and her were tired, and I was like, okay. So I saw in the distance, not like a super distance, but I saw in the distance, like, a nice glimpse of him just doing autographs, doing whatever stuff. And I was like, man, I know, like, I'm not meeting him, but it's just still so cool just to see him, you know? And then I thought that as I was leaving, I said to myself, I was like trying to, like, convince myself that I'll be fine, and that I'll meet him next time, and that I wouldn't regret, like, not meeting him that day. So yeah, here I am here at the time I was thinking, oh, I'll meet him next time, not realizing I wouldn't get him next time. So I technically was in his presence, and that was definitely most gratifying, but it would have been nice to at least have that, and I at least have that memory. And I know I'll never shake hands with him, but it would be cool. It would have been cool. It would have been. So yeah, and I appreciate any of you that are just listening and not, like, losing interest or anything. And I don't mean any disrespect to anyone, but I don't know anymore. I don't care anymore with how videos go, with, like, tendency, like, length tendency, and capacity and stuff like that, like how long, like, someone's tendency or capacity is, like, of, or goes above, or whatever the case is. So I appreciate any of you that are just listening right now, or have listened to all this. And I know it doesn't sound very, like, together, but I just want to at least share some thoughts, share just so much, I guess, memories and things that kind of just why he stands out to me. And honestly, if you guys have met JDF Frank, let me know some memories you guys have of him, of how was he like, all these other things. I'd like to know, like, how was he? I'm gonna probably ask more people. I asked someone on Instagram, like he met him, and I was like, how was he? And he was like, oh, he was so genuine and all. And I was like, that's awesome. I was like, that's super incredible to hear that, because so much negativity was surrounding him because haters out there. And haters, I'm not here for it. I'm not here for any haters. If you're gonna disrespect me or disrespect anyone on my channel or in my community or anyone that I know closest to, then I'm not gonna give you any respect back. Like, you want respect, you gotta give respect, and then I'll give respect if you give respect back, and so forth. So I might have to edit this a little bit. I'm definitely gonna have to edit this. I know. At least the battle's over. At least the battle's over. He won the war, and he doesn't have to no longer deal with this demon anymore. Whatever was the cause of it. So, I raise my hat to him. If you guys want to raise a glass, raise your daggers, raise your sabas, raise anything really to honor this man, your Xenizers, your morphers, use whatever, just nice salute to him. Because it still hurts, you know, it's still just like a shocker. And then again, a lot of deaths are very much a shocker. So I thank you guys so much for watching. I again do apologize if this was not very consistent or very coherent, but I appreciate any of you that have stuck around, just listened, and like I said, let me know in the comments any of your favorite moments from him, whether it be from whatever or something that you cherish about this guy, or something nice about him, or maybe a memory you have. Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, if you like this video, please smash the like button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I do videos every day for a week. And make sure you ring that bell. I do new videos every day for a week. Share the video with your family and friends, all the good stuff and more. Any suggestions I'll take as well, but I'd rather we just keep this very much like, just let's spread some love to him, and let's just remember the legacy that he has, and then let's carry on that legacy for him. And let's just remember and reminisce the greatness that was Tommy Oliver, Jason David Frank, the actor, the hero, the MMA fighter, all around human being. So I'm not sure what will be the next video. Honestly, this is coming to you guys Monday night. I'm gonna have this for you guys uploaded probably Tuesday morning. I would have, if this didn't happen, I would have done Dreamlight Valley, like stream Dreamlight Valley. So this totally threw a curveball for me. So, but anyways, guys, I'm not sure when the next video will be, but I'm gonna try and do some more stuff after this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
And now, my friends, I present to you the White Ranger. Welcome, White Ranger. The time has come to reveal your identity.
Guess who's back?
I don't believe it.
What is that? It's taking them all out! Run!
It's coming straight for us! Tommy?
Yeah. They didn't know that the Black Diamond Thunder Ranger can turn invisible.
You know better than anybody how powerful I am.
Why don't you just give up the fight?
That's the one thing I'll never do.
Then I guess it's over. You passed the test.
Test? What are you talking about?
You haven't been fighting us. You've been fighting for your life. And you've proven your will to live is stronger than any Ranger power. This is yours. Good luck, Black Ranger.